lessons learned from the more tougher November milsims here in Ontario, Canada. And let's start with one of the worst ones again, Gore-tex dry socks. Let's start with my basic approach to boots and socks when it gets cold to begin with. So in the ideal case, my Gore-tex boots stay very dry and my comfortable socks, well, they keep me comfort. And when, for whatever reasons, it starts to get wet, either the Gore-tex starts to fail, water comes from the top, first then I change to dry socks or I just exchange the pair of my normal socks. Wearing dry socks right from the beginning just doesn't sound right for me for a plus 24-hour or 48-hour operation, because these things are not that breathable compared to proper high-quality merino wool socks. I still believe in the approach, but when I heard that the field is practically a swamp, I should have questioned my approach. Long story short, at some point the water came over the top of the boots. Shit happens if you navigate at night through a swamp with knots, everything close up is blurry, and well, shit happens. So once we've had a little rest in the morning, I switched to these Gore-tex suits, but for whatever stupid reasons my feet stayed wet and ultimately crazy cold. Because these Gore-tex socks, they're not wet wickening, and yes, I dried my feet before I put it in. I had my little microfleece towel with me, but it just stayed very, very uncomfortable. Later on, I put an additional wool socks inside these dry socks, but still. So the lesson learned is, well, once again, quite simple. If you hear that the field is practically a swamp, wear dry socks right from the beginning. Your shoes might fail or the water simply might get too deep. Additionally, wear wool socks inside your Gore-tex dry socks just for pure sake of comfort, and bring several socks with you. I only brought 2 pairs of wool socks with me, and that clearly wasn't enough at the end of the day. And yeah, next year I might try out the sealskin dry socks and let you guys know how they compare to those rather shitty ones. So we're back, and let's quickly talk about the more positive ones. Nope, these are not drugs, these are chewing gums and throat pills. Now, especially when an operation takes a little longer or you have a lot of guard duty, it's all about the little things to keep your motivation and your concentration up. And this is where these little ones kick in. It's an easy solution to keep you busy while you're staring for hours in a seemingly never really changing scenario of the Canadian forest. Guard duty sucks. So what the chewing gum for is hopefully pretty clear. But the throat pills come in when it gets a bit colder. First of all, they're long-lasting, ideally. Secondly, they don't taste too bad, I mean, at least with the better brands. And thirdly, they might help with a little bit of a scratchy throat, again, when it gets a bit colder. Of them, the only important note is to take the chewing gums and the throat pills out of the original package and put them in a little Ziploc bag, like you see here. Because both the ones for the throat pills and the chewing gums are crazy noisy taking them out in the field with all this aluminum foil and the other crap. Plus, they waste a lot of space. That small pack was in one of my pant pockets, so if I'm start using them. Small, light, keeps noise discipline down, and more importantly, keeps the spirit up. So we're closing these all lessons learned with water, or rather the right amount of water. Yes, I know water is a touchy subject, and staying hydrated is crucial and damn important. But when you have to carry the water for plus 48 hours into the field, this is where it gets a bit tricky, because as we all know, water is damn heavy. So my calculations were 3 to 4 liters a day, plus 1 liter for cooking. That means about 8 to 9 kilograms or 16 to 18 pounds of just water. Which isn't such a problem per se, but then if you add all the other crap to it, that really adds up, and that's where it got a little bit too heavy. So when the game ended a bit earlier than participated, I still had 5 to 6 liters left. I only drank 2 or 3 in these 24 hours. And the primary reason for that is that for such long games, especially the ones which are a bit slow-paced and cooler temperatures, you don't drink that much, or you don't need that much in a pinch. Now, I will not tell you how much water you should bring to your game, but the only thing I can recommend you is to always check at the end of the game and questioning the amount of water you brought. So in my case, for a similar game, similar pace, similar temperature, I might only bring 4 to 5 liters for a 48-hour game. My teammate barely drank half of his 3-liter bladder he brought into the field. And no, he was not dehydrated at all. Probably because he wasn't sweating his ass off, like me, because he wasn't carrying around that much water. We're finally done. So I hope the little lessons I learned, and especially the bad ones, will help you for your next operation. Your life is too short to do all the mistakes I have done. Trust me on that. If you have any questions or feedback, let us know in the comments below. Have a good one.